Well, it's Monday. We made it to the weekend, and happy Easter. Hope everybody had an amazing connection with their family, lots of memories, Easter eggs, and pictures to remember the time lapse of time as your family and Easter progresses every single year. It is Monday, and it is time for another book. This is a older one, not necessarily older like 1950s or 1920s, but older in the context that it first came out in 2009. So it's not modern, but it is still within the last 20 years, which I can still consider a book written in the last 20 years still modern. And that book is Drive by Daniel Pink, The Surprising Truth About What Motivates Us. It's a 5-hour audiobook. It's an amazing book. On Audible, it has 7,337 rankings, average stars 4.4. The reason why I like this book, because it breaks down some basic psychology of what motivates us. As a dad, as a businessman, as a manager, as an employee, we always have this kind of horse and carrot mindset. We always have like, how can I motivate someone to do something? Or I've often seen this reframed as, how can I get you to want to do the dishes? Because I don't want to tell you I need the dishes done. I want you to want to do the dishes. And to me, in that context, in that corner of questioning, it's also the trap where we get stuck. And what I loved about what he talks about, Daniel Pink, in the book Drive, is these basic fundamental psychological experiments from the last 50 years that shows some of the basic things of how it really works to motivate us. And also, if you have any millennial culture, which eventually, no matter what company you work for, you're eventually going to have in a millennial culture, figuring out what motivates this upcoming generation, people like myself, that entered the workforce after the year 2000. This is the generation that I feel like a lot of people really struggle with. But as I say that, I also know that it's an illusion that every generation from any generation ahead of me has always said that about the generation behind them. So it's this cycle, a pattern, but we often think it's the first time that we've ever had a generation of workforce that we don't understand. It's a cycle that repeats over and over. I will include a link down in the show notes for this book, Drive by Daniel Pink. And if you're looking to motivate either your kids, because there does cover parenting in there. Also, I would say it's more geared towards business, but it does, like I said, from a basic psychological view, help you understand at the base level what motivates someone and how can you help them help themselves. Because as a manager, you hate having to pull people to where they want to go. You want them to want to go where they want to go. And if that is not the crux of business in 2022, I don't know what is, because your ability to get others to do what you want them to is the entire structure of what we create in business and often where a lot of problems come into play. So that is your book recommendation, Drive by Daniel Pink, The Surprising Truth About What Motivates Us. That is all I have for you guys today, and we'll be back again tomorrow to do it again.